Okay, Monday the 23rd of January 2012, the first dinner with JP together. So tonight what we're going to do is a paella. You got your recipe which arrived this morning, and don't forget on the website you can get your weekly shopping list, and if you email me at jp@dinnerwithjp.com, you will find I will email you all the recipes, all the ingredients together. Okay, so let's start straight away with all the ingredients. So we've got olive oil, we've got some chili powder, mild, and we've got some paprika, we've got some black pepper, we've got some chicken stock, so 2 of those, okay. So we've got some Spanish chorizo, we've got some breasts of chicken, 2 of them. We've got some prawns which have been peeled and cooked already. Okay, we've got the rice. Now it's about 300 grams, which is a full cup and a half. So this is the best way to measure your rice. And that's Paella rice or long grain rice. We've got an onion. We've got some garlic, 2 cloves. Now if you're vegetarian, you replace the chicken and the prawns with green pepper, red pepper, and yellow pepper. So you follow exactly the same step as the chicken, but just use the pepper. We've got some tomatoes as well. Okay, and we've got some garden peas, which is 400 grams, which is quite a lot, but you will see it's actually very, very nice in a paella. And obviously we've got some salt as well. So let's start. Get ready. So for tonight I'm using a sort of pan, large pan. Any large pan will do for this one. Make sure it's quite large because you need to put quite a lot of liquid inside. Okay. And obviously a knife. Right, let's start. So you got all the ingredients ready. Now don't forget, if I'm going too fast, you can just pause the video and start again whenever you're ready, so you don't have to go too quick and force yourself to do something you don't want to do. Right. So we're going to start with the onions and the garlic. So you cut the onion, yeah, you peel it. Now this is where I usually cry, so I'm sure you will cry as well. Now some onions are actually stronger than the others. Those are described as brown sweet onions, but I can feel it already. It's coming to my eyes, never mind. There we go. Always keep the kitchen as clean as you can, and wash your hand as many times as you can as well, especially with you handling raw food. So you cut the onion in small pieces. Now be careful, I'm doing it like that. Now then you cut again. Now they're quite big pieces, but don't worry about it, because if you cut them too small you can't actually test them in the paella. Now that's a recipe which I've obviously did myself, but it's actually originally from my auntie who used to live in France. So she taught me how to do a paella. So I just put more things into it, because all different things, because I like to change everything myself. So we've done the onion. We're going to do the garlic. There we go. Now we want plenty of garlic, because paella is usually a Spanish, well, it is a Spanish dish, but as Spanish always use quite a lot of garlic, and it's very good for you apparently. It's good for your heart. I like myself to eat raw garlic. I know it's a bit strange, but raw garlic is actually beautiful. Now, unless you have to kiss somebody after that, but this is the way it is. Oh, I just remembered something. I'm just going to be in trouble, so I better do it now. My other half bought me a beautiful apron for Christmas. It's a dinner with JP apron, so you know what? I'm going to put it on. I don't want to be in trouble. Here we go. So give me a bit of time to carry on with the garlic. As I say, garlic is a bit of a pain to peel, I must say. I've discovered the other day actually that a lot of the shops now do So that's one done. Oh, there's one more here. They do actually ready peeled garlic. Now you get a small box, which is about 2 cloves of garlic for £1, which is not too bad considering that it costs about 30p for, I think it's about 30p for 1 clove anyway. Then you have to peel it. Now when I told my mum that, she actually said to me, are you crazy? You can't use really peeled garlic. It's against the rules. And I said, well, which rule are we talking about here? So here we go. So let's put some more. So I hope you can follow with me. As I said again, if you do find yourself a bit behind, just pause the video and start again. And again, this recipe is for today, but they will all be on the blog. So you can actually do it again anytime you want. That's a big piece of garlic. Yeah, anytime you want, just go onto my website, dinnerwithjp.com, and just click on whatever recipe you like, the past recipe. And obviously, there will be recipes every morning, which will be sent to you. Right, there we go. So we've done the garlic now. Clear the area. And something quite nice as well is when you cook, like I do, is to clear everything all the time as you go, so you don't end up with a pile of dishwashing to do at the end of the evening. So you can actually enjoy your meal without having to worry about it. So what you do now, you cut the garlic in small pieces, like that. Now don't worry about the size. Again, if they're too small, you can't taste them. So we want it quite chunky. Now, not too big, because then you're going to a lovely surprise as you eat the garlic. Now, it will be cooked, obviously, but you still get a little surprise when you do so. There you go. So, last bit. I actually love garlic. It's not because I'm French, obviously. I don't have my beret today or my baguette. So we've got the onions and the garlic. So what we're going to do now is actually cook the onions and the garlic. So at that point, you take your pan and your olive oil, okay? You put it on the stove. Now I always put it on full to begin with because it gives you a nice heat to start with. So a bit of olive oil just to cover the bottom of the pan. That's it. And you put the onion and the garlic in the pan. So there we go. Don't want to mess around in any of this. There we go. And then you give a good stir to make sure the onions and the garlic are well impregnated with olive oil. There you go. Right, so now we've done the onions. And the next thing we need to do is actually cut the chicken. Now when you cut the chicken again, because it's raw meat, make sure you clean your board afterwards, because I know someone not long ago in Oxford actually cooked chicken for 4 people and got food poisoning out of it. So you take the piece of chicken, okay, and you cut it in small portions. Now again, a lot of the dishes I'm doing, I'm going to use sort of what I call real product, but they obviously are real. But you can actually find chicken which is already diced in advance. So don't worry, if you want to do that, it's not a problem at all. Only specified in the recipe. Right, they give a good stir, you see, it's nicely, oh, lovely smell already. Nothing better than the smell of onions. Now at that point, always put a little bit of black pepper, because the black pepper actually cook as well, and it should sort of make the taste a bit stronger. And a little bit of salt. Now you can see, just a little bit of salt, not too much. There you go. Give a good stir. So let's carry on with chicken. So small pieces, you see. like little dice. Don't worry again, they're not exactly the same. And I repeat, if I'm going too fast for you, just pause the video, carry on, and start again when you're ready. So we've got a chicken, which we're going to put in the pan now. Okay, good stir again. Now, just because I handle raw chicken, I'm going to wash my knife and my hands. I'm not obsessed with cleaning my hands all the time, but it's so easy to get food poisoning, especially if you're cooking for other people. If you cook for yourself, well, bad luck. I'm using as well quite a lot of these wipes, which are antibacterial wipes, because they are very, very good to clean your board, like I'm doing now. So, we've done the chicken, we've done the onions. Now you reduce the fire a little bit. When it become brown at the bottom of the pan, just reduce the heat. Now if you got gas, actually it goes much quicker, so be careful not to burn the onion. As soon as you see burning, it's easier to take it away than carry on. Okay, so lovely. Now on to the tomatoes. As I say in the States, tomatoes. Every time I see tomatoes, remind me of California, a place which I love going to, because they're so big and juicy and tasty over there. In England it's a bit different because, oh by the way, I always take the tip off like that. It's not very nice to have that bit. We live in a world where we actually do get produce all around the year, which when I was a kid you can only get in seasons. So it's very, very nice, but which means some of the produce you buy, now especially in supermarkets, are not very tasty. And I would love to have a farmer around the corner. I can just walk in and just buy everything I need. Now obviously that would be more expensive. We don't want that. I've got some birthday announcement a bit later. People have been emailing me with their birthdays, so that's really good. People are really interested. So another quick stir, make sure. Okay, again, if I'm way too fast, just pause and start again. Now let's put the tomatoes in the pan. There we go. It's lovely. So obviously the tomatoes, because they are fresh and cold, well, coldish, they will stop the cooking. Right, so we're quite well on the way now. We've been cooking for 13 minutes, so we're doing pretty well. So next thing we are doing is the chorizo. Now sliced chorizo from major supermarket in the UK. And by the way, if somebody wants to sponsor me, one of the supermarket, I've been in touch already, but always welcome. So you just take the chorizo and put the slices in the pan, like that. Now, chorizo is actually quite fatty food, so but it's quite lovely in the dish. Okay. And if you like me and you like chorizo, just eat one. Lovely. Okay, it's quite a lot of chorizo here. Right. So we got a chorizo, everything is in there so far. We're going to put the prawns. Now, usually paella has mussels and different seafood in it. I don't like to put, especially the mussels, because most of the mussels you buy in a supermarket or in a shop, they're actually full of sand. So you eat the paella and all you sort of do is lose off your teeth at the same time. So I'll just use prawns, which are really good. Now, make sure the prawns are always kept in the fridge Not long ago, I opened a box of prawns which I bought at the supermarket. Sure, obviously it was left outside for quite a long time, and it wasn't very, very pleasant at all. Okay, so we've got this. Now we're going to put the petit pois, as I call them, the peas, in the pan. There you go. So you see, it looks really nice already, and it's not even cooked. There you go. Right. So we put now all the ingredients apart from the rice. Now I'm going to put the spices. Now for the spices, I use soup spoons. Okay. Obviously, I'm quite lucky. I've got a nice scale over there, but not everybody's got a scale, and it's quite, I don't really believe in sort of measuring everything to the last bit. So what I'm doing, I'm putting 3 of those spoons of chili. So I'm just going to put it in a spoon. No, my chili is a bit wet. Let's open the packet properly. There we go, that's better. So we put 3 of those. So that's what I consider a spoon. So you see, it's quite, show the camera here. There we go. So 1, 2, and 3. Then you put 1 spoon of paprika, which I just put all over the table. So there you go, 1 good spoon of paprika. Okay, so that's our spices done. So what's left to do is now to put some water. So if you run the hot tap for a little while, it's better to have hot water straight away, so it sort of doesn't take so much energy to boil up again. Good stir. Okay. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. I hope yours look as good as this one. I'm sure it does. So you just basically, I need to find a cup. I usually put about 5 or 6 cups of water, but it all depends. What you do, make sure is actually you cover the food. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, at that point you make sure you put the heat back on full again. Make sure it doesn't burn, give a good stir. There we go. Now there's quite a lot of liquid in there, but we're going to cook it for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, so from the heat actually boiling, then it's ready. Now at that point as well, we're putting the chicken stock. Put it inside, don't worry about it because the heat is going to disperse everything inside. So the 2 chicken stock in there. And that's it, we use all our ingredients apart from the rice. Now again, for the vegetarians, just cut your peppers in small slice and then put them through the in a pan. Anyway, that will be your replacement for the chicken and the prawns and the chorizo. Okay, so now that's boiling slowly. So I'm going to wait until it boils slowly. Then I'm going to stop here. We let it boil for, say, 15-20 minutes. We've been cooking now for 19 minutes, so it will be a bit more than half an hour. About 15 minutes, and then we're going to put the rice in and then cook for another 15 minutes. Okay, so I shall see you in a minute. Actually, before I go, I'm going to do birthdays because it's time for birthdays, just until it actually boils. I've got email from Steve from Kent, who's happy it's his birthday today. He just turned 18. Pauline from Newcastle. said it was a fantastic idea and she's going to follow it every day because she can't be bothered cooking for her family. Maureen from Brighton, 50th birthday today, and she'll be cooking the food with us. So, hi Maureen. And lots of other messages saying how great it is. So if you want to leave some comments as well on my website, that would be great. So more blog and more people will talk about it. We've got a lot of people who actually sign up now, so it's really, really good. So I think it's boiling, the food is boiling now. And I shall see you in about 15-20 minutes. Then we can start again. All right, so you pause the video now, put 15 minutes on your watch, go and do something, come back in 15 minutes, it's nicely boiled, then we start again. All right, see you in 15 minutes. Right, it's been 18 minutes since I stopped the video and made everything cook. It's nearly done now, so hopefully yours is the same. It's well reduced on the juice. Now make sure you give a good stir at the bottom so nothing actually stick to the pan, which is all good. So what we're going to do now is put the rice. So put the rice into the paella. Okay. We then give good stir. Now you have to be careful at that point because you have to stir quite often. What's happening otherwise, the rice, which is actually at the bottom of the pan, will stuck to the pan and burn, so it's not very nice. Okay. Now it's going to take another about 15 minutes to cook. This is one of the longest dishes we're doing, but I was quite keen on doing this one today, so show you all the principle of how we're doing things here. So make sure you stir properly. Leave it on quite a high heat. By stirring, you make sure you don't actually get stuck to the bottom of the pan. So give it a good stir every 5 minutes on probably high heat, but not completely, but about 8 out of 10, 8, 9 out of 10. Let it boil like you see it's boiling now, and then we see you again. So you stop the video for about 15 minutes, and we start again in 15 minutes, and it will be ready. Then we can serve the meal and finish together. So I shall see you in about 15 minutes. Take care. Right, it's been 15 minutes. Since we last talked. It's nearly ready now. Well, it is actually ready. You can see. Hope yours looks exactly the same. It's quite juicy now. Paella is really nice, but it's not very nice when it's actually too dry. So that's why you put 5 cups of water. Now, if it's too much water in it, don't worry about it. What you do, you take a soup ladle like that, and you just go around like that, and just take some of the juice. Now, I'll say, oh, wonderful. The juice is quite part of the taste. So there you go. So it's nice paella. So what you do from now is you take a nice plate, which is very technical. You actually stop the heat and you serve it. Look at that. This is a nice paella. Okay. There you go. Now a little trick, there's quite a lot. Now it's for 2 people, because it's your main meal, it's very low calories. But if you want to, like I do sometimes, if I'm not too hungry, what you do, you just put, serve whatever you want, and then put the rest in a freezer bag and put this to the freezer. And it's really, really nice, even after defrosting. It's keep all the taste and it's beautiful. Actually, I've got quite a lot in my freezer myself. It's just for lunchtime or whatever. You just take it at work with you, just leave it in the box. It's going to defrost slowly. And by the time you have lunch, put it in the microwave for a few minutes, heat it up, and it's ready again. Okay, so this is your paella. Dish number 1 from dinnerwithjp.com, Monday the 23rd, and I hope you enjoyed it. So next thing I'm saying is I'll see you tomorrow. We've got an exciting dish again for tomorrow, Tuesday. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow evening. You take good care, and don't forget to sign up and forward the website to a lot of people. More people blog about it, and more people will actually follow me, and it's better for me. All right then, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.